I'm going to maintain my innocence as the black God I am, the divine being. If you would have read the police report correctly, I'm the victim. White people can just come to black people's house and try to run them over. Yeah, so yeah, I got a lot of anger.
102.
Tiffany Woods for the people.
Good morning, man. Please, this honorable court, Kareem Johnson, on behalf of Mr. Buckner.
Thank you.
Mr. Johnson, are you representing Mr. Buckner in both matters or just the 103?
Pardon me?
Are you representing Mr. Buckner in the 103 matter as well, or just the and the 102 one?
I believe just the 102 one, but I can.
I think it would be the 103 one you have.
Okay. Oh.
He's just representing him on the 103. That's the only withdrawal that I have and the only withdrawal that I've signed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Davy Lebo for Mr. Buckner in the 25S and the 25S 102 matter.
Thank you, Mr. Lawrence Buckner. Can you please state your name? Good morning, Mr. Buckner. You're muted still, Mr. Buckner.
Can you hear me?
I can.
All right, good morning, Judge Washington. For the record, my name is Lawrence of the family of Buckner.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Buckner.
Grand Rising.
All right. We're hearing 2 pre-trials today.
So the 102 matter, I'd like to request an adjournment in order to review the discovery and some case law.
No, I think we're going forward with everything.
Mr. Johnson, what is your request?
Your Honor, I was appointed to this matter late Friday, but I've heard the wishes of my client. I likewise do not have discovery, but if he wants to proceed going forward, I asked the court set this matter for a final pretrial and a trial date.
So just so you know, Counselor Johnson, is once this gets set for the final settlement conference, which would mean it's going to trial, there is no plea offer. Negotiations are done. So I just want to make sure that you're aware of that if you're setting that for the final settlement conference.
Mr. Buckner, are you okay with that?
Yeah, and I also want to. I'm well aware of. I'm glad you said that. That if he go ahead and go forward, that there will be no plea offer, and at this point, I'm going to maintain my innocence as the black God I am, the divine being. So whatever the cause be, I'm going to accept all the consequences, standing 10 toes down. I'm tired of being discriminated against because of my color. Maybe if you would have read the police report correctly, I'm the victim. This is a travesty of justice. I've never seen somebody come to somebody's home and try to run them over with a vehicle and then they go to jail. Yeah, so I'm ready to go to trial. I'm really ready to go to trial. Because what? White people can just come to black people's house and try to run them over, and then yeah. So yeah, I got a lot of anger.
Mr. Buckner, just because of this. Relax for me, Mr. Buckner. Relax for me, okay?
Black lives matter.
We're gonna handle this in the appropriate form. That's not today.
See right here. See nobody called me. See nobody called me. See. I'm gonna tell you something, man.
All right, Mr. Lebo, what is it your plan to do with your case? He does not want to have an adjournment in this.
Your Honor, certainly I would do whatever Mr. Buckner is requesting. I am not 100% sure what Mr. Buckner is requesting at this point.
He wants to move forward with his trial rights, is what he has said.
My understanding is Mr. Buckner doesn't understand that he'd be giving up any potential plea offers in this case, so we would be moving forward to final settlement.
Very clear. He's made that very clear.
And Judge, just to be certain, so on 102, that's Lebo's case, is that correct?
Yes.
And you've already gotten discovery, so I just need to send discovery to Counselor Johnson. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Final settlement in both of these matters, April 25th, 2025 at 9:30 a.m. with jury selection being on May 2nd, 2025 at 8:30 a.m. Bond will continue in both cases.
Your Honor, is the April 25th date via Zoom?
Yes, April 25th is via Zoom, and jury selection on May 2nd is in person.
Thank you. And Your Honor, may I please have a breakout room, Mr. Buckner, and co-counsel if he wishes to join?
That would certainly be fine with me, Your Honor.
Context as she was a victim on the FA case. So in that sense, he had violated the bond by contacting her in court and also threatened her with criminal charges, which is why we would be asking for his bond to be revoked.
Sir, what did you want to tell me? Sir.
Well, Mr. Buckner, I'd advise at this point you don't make any statements.
Mr. Johnson, I need to speak because if I don't speak, if the prosecutor said they want to lock me up in remand, it's up to Judge Simpson. So I have to present my portion of the truth. If I don't, I'm going to jail. Like, I have a family to support. Please, like, I am not guilty. And this is what I, okay, okay, on Tuesday, I had a hearing for a situation that I was accused of, right? During that hearing, it is my belief, so let me just say that, it is my belief that the coerced witness messed up the testimony. So they said that the witness said that I threatened her. I never threatened her. They said that they went to the officers, they had stuff on body cam, sir. No, it wasn't that. If you go on body cam, I was talking to my aunt Sandra Lamont and my family member, my phone was on, and I was talking to them, and nothing out of my mouth said, I'm gonna threaten that lady, I'm gonna get that lady. They have been trying to harass me and my family ever since that I got shot on Father's Day, and I didn't cooperate with the police investigation. I got shot 9 times, 1 time in the head. 2 days before all these incidents happened, please hear me out. Deputy Caruso from Washington County kept coming to my house saying, you need to testify who shot you. You need to testify who shot you. I said, Mr. Caruso, all I want to do is live my life. I got a family. I got my brothers here. I got people that I support. I don't want nobody getting killed. I died twice in my brother's arm. The next day, I got in an incident with my lady friend, and it went from a domestic violence to a stalking. Ypsilanti police officer Tyson came in to Washington County Jail. The very night I was arrested, tried to read me a personal protection order. I said, I don't want to do it, and I didn't do anything wrong. The next day I woke up, I had stalking charge. That was dismissed. That was malicious prosecution is going on. Please hear me out. Then Jacob Dillon came to my house, tried to run me over with a vehicle. I punched his window out. I go to jail for that at my home. Okay. Then so I come to court, and the prosecutors, Judge Lorraine Washington is the eyewitness. This same prosecutor, while we was in court on camera yesterday, sir, while we was on court on camera, just please hear me, said Mr. Buckner is threatening my witnesses in court. This is what this same prosecutor said. Judge Lorraine Washington said, no, he's not. Mr. Buckner is talking to me, and he's not threatening. See, they had already had it out. So hold, stop. There was a video requested. Does the video show anything?
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to review it. I just got it this morning. But we were informed immediately after the threat occurred. She informed our advocate and informed us that it had happened. And then she did a police report, and then we authorized the charges.
Yeah, may I?
Hey, just a second, Mr. Johnson. Has the complaint's been authorized? Has it been sworn to?
I don't think so yet. It was just authorized this morning at 8 a.m.
All right. Yes, Mr. Johnson, go ahead, sir.
Yana, this was not my case. This was the public defender's office's case. My case was dismissed prior to this case on Tuesday. I have no knowledge of this. I have no discovery on this. So I can't effectively address this and make sure my client gets his due process rights in terms of a bond revocation hearing. I understand that this may have just happened Tuesday and all the police reports and video camera have not been gathered. But I do think it is unfair to address this right now. Mr. Buckner has always showed up to court. He's always showed up to court timely. I think it's best for the attorney who was present at that hearing to handle this bond violation, especially if that case is still ongoing, I just can't effectively represent Mr. Buckner on a bond violation that I did not know was going to occur this morning right now, Yana.
Yeah. Mr. Brown, were you there on that?
I was not, Mr. Michael. First of all, one round deputy. I was not there. Mr. Michael Gaddy was. I'm not sure is this being handled as a bond violation.
Well, they're asking for revocation of this bond because of new charges, I presume, and the nature of those new charges. So that's what they're asking for. I think a couple of things there, and I don't know what there was a request made for video from this courtroom of that day. We got time narrowed down. You need to take your hands out of your pocket. And the request was made. I checked with Judge Washington because she was the judge presiding as to whether or not she had any objection to that. She did not. That was, I think, Byrne provided to the people in this case. They have not had an opportunity to review it.
So as it stands now, these allegations that they have violated nothing's charged.
Well, no, it's basically charged. It's authorized at this point. It's just it hasn't come through the system yet. Okay, so here's what I'm going to suggest, and may not like it, but I think maybe this is the way to do it. The video. Somebody from your office, Mr. Brown, was handling his exam, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
We just talked to him about it.
He didn't see anything. So what I would do, and I get Mr. Johnson's point, he's trying to do that. What I'm going to do is temporarily take the defendant into custody. I want that video provided to Mr. Buckner. Mr. Buckner, I don't know what's on the video. I did not view it myself. And then have counsel look at the video, and then I will myself look at it when I get a break to be able to do so, and then make a determination if based upon that, his bond in this case should be revoked. I think that's probably the fairest way that I can potentially do. Yes, sir.
Sir, I appreciate you first and foremost for this opportunity. Can I say just to the court that upon looking at the video, the prosecutor said that I want the whole court to hear it. I physically said that I was going to threaten and get this woman.
Sir, first of all, I don't want you saying anything about what's going to be that new case coming up. I don't want you saying anything. I'm not going to hear it because you're going to end up hurting yourself. What I have said is you will be going into custody. We will then, and I'm not saying even at this point I'm going to keep you in custody. A video was requested. I am going to give, the prosecutor's got to look at it. I'm going to give counsel that was handling it at that time an opportunity to look at it also. Mr. Brown has already indicated they spoke with your attorney at that hearing and he did not witness anything. And I don't know because I was not the judge presiding. So this is the best that I can do to try to figure it out, at least preliminarily.
Mr. Judge Simpson, I'm a very honorable person. I'm asking in all due respect. I'm not a flight risk, sir.
Sir, I'm not saying that you are.
My dog's in the car. Is there any way that I can call my brother so he can come?
Sir, I'm going to expedite it as best I can to make sure that I can look at it, get you recalled back up, and tell you what I'm going to do. But I think everybody has to look at it. Mr. Johnson's not here, so he can't himself look at it, but it affects his case. But the people that can look at it can do that and maybe get in touch with Mr. Johnson. I don't know, but I'm just saying that's the way I'm going to handle it at this juncture. All right?
You don't represent me. Okay. So the guy that represents me is Mr. Gotti. Mr. Gotti is the key factor that you being here.
Okay, look, Mr. Buckner, they'll be able to talk to you back there. But I'll pass the matter. Sir, you need to just quiet down, please. Court calls the case, People versus Lawrence Buckner.
That's one, people.
Your name, sir? All right.
Your Honor, so obviously we're here for our conference. I have a chance to speak to prosecutor. I think we'd like to set this matter for further examination. There's currently 2 steps for April 20th for the accommodate that date.
April 20th?
22nd.
22nd. Who are those before?
Just one.
Okay, the 22nd is the date I'd give in any event. Those are set already before.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't want it. Fine. The other one is Mr. Johnson's case.
They are.
I believe it's all the boxes.
They're both set with Washington. All right. People don't have any objection to that.
No, we'll try for that date, Your Honor.
All right. Preliminary examination in person, April 22nd, 2025, 9 a.m. before Judge Washington. You may.
Yeah, Mr. Buckner's here. He's not a flight risk in any way. Locally, I believe that the objectives of the court could be accomplished in terms of any violation or any kind of contact with any of the complaint witnesses in these matters. Could be achieved through a tether or a hot zone or a tube zone. As I said, he's not a flight risk. He has a bond. I believe the bond in this matter is $75,000. In looking at it, I think there's a bond of remand in the MDOP case, which is not the case I'm representing him on. But I'm not quite sure if that was
There's 2 other cases. What do you have as this bond? Because I don't have those before me. So
if I don't. I need to address the bond
well,
case.
Mr. Buckner was going to try to say something, but I don't know if you want him to say anything, Mr. Betty.
There's Simpson. Last time I was in court, I came here to go to court. Prosecution had brought up intimidating witness charge. You said that you were going to remand me back to Washington County Jail until you get that video to see if I actually threatened the witness.
Well, until right, but let me just clarify that. I was going to look at it as to whether or not I was going to do a remand prior to the charges coming forward. The problem was the charges then came forward, and so I arraigned you on the charges. So there was a distinction in what I was doing at that point, but go ahead.
I was under the impression that once you look at the video and see that any criminal activity was done on my part, that you would reinstate my bond and my words watching the videos. I didn't do anything. It's he say, she say. I wasn't going to be in crime, sir.
Okay, so Mr. Buckner, just so you understand what I was doing. Remember at the time that you appeared here, and a flight risk is not my issue with Mr. Buckner at all, because he voluntarily came in and he cooperated with the court in every respect whatsoever. But at the point at which we were addressing it and it was brought up to the court, I did not have a complaint in the case. And so what I was doing, the people at that point were asking to have you remanded, defense counsel, and you were objecting to that. And at that point, I was going to make a decision as to whether or not I was going to remand with knowing that the charges may be coming. But I wanted to look at something because you were vehement in saying no, people, and I knew that there was this video there. Before I could even get to that, the charges came through. And so then at that point, you were arraigned on the charges themselves. So there was at least some determination, although minimal, that the actions occurred because the charges had come forward. Okay.
Judge Simpson, I would like to say in closing, I appreciate you. However, I was brought back up to see you at 3 p.m. And informed me that you didn't get to watch the video, but you did.
I know. Okay, so we can go, Mr. Ruckner, we can go through all of this. The problem is it doesn't matter what the bond in this case is because he's denied on his other case. So I'm not going to change everything. Let it all get before Judge Washington. She can make a determination of your bond. She can hear this argument of the bond in this case, as well as what's going to have to be your argument in the other case. Because I could change your bond in this one. It doesn't release you.
I'm not talking about the $75,000 bond. I'm talking about the bond. I came to court for I was at the court for the gun charge, no, the NDOP case. Happy day told me, it is what it is. Yahweh, God of the universe will vindicate me, and I'm thankful for all this time. Thank you for your time.
All right.
We get to 2 weeks in jail, time to sit there. And, no weapon formed against you prosper. In these lies, I will be vindicated. I will be vindicated. And I hope and I will be filing malicious prosecution against Washington County for everything that they did to me since my shooting.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to deny, just so that we have a record of it, I'm going to deny your request. The reason I'm denying it is because he's held on the other matter. And then this exam will be set on the 22nd with all his other matters before Judge Washington. Bond will continue in this.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Hey, Mr. Gardner, that's where the problem comes in. Just walk out quietly or go out quietly, please. I've been that for 60 some odd years. I get it.